Happy Hanukkah. Tonight I'm going to tell you a story from the Jar of Fools called The Soul of a Menorah. The Hanukkah menorah in the Grand Synagogue of Chelm is famous throughout the world. There is no other like it. Those seeing the menorah for the first time are often surprised because it looks exactly like a pitchfork. But don't be fooled, it is a genuine Hanukkah menorah. The great Rabbi Jacob Isaac, the seer of Lublin, he said so himself. Now, let me tell you more. Many years ago, a farmer drove his wagon through Chelm. He had a pitchfork and some tools in the back until he hit a bump, and out of the wagon fell the hay fork. Beryl Schmerl stumbled over it. "What is this?" he asked his friend, Fievel Schlemiel. "It looks like a hay fork," said Fievel. "Look again," said Beryl. "It has 9 branches. 8 of the branches are the same size, but the 9th is longer than the others. Only one object fits that description." What do you think it was, Max?
Hanukkah menorah.
That's right, a Hanukkah menorah. "This must be a Hanukkah menorah," Beryl continued. "But how would a Hanukkah menorah come to be lying in the street? Maybe it came down to us from heaven. Let's clean up this menorah and take it to the synagogue where it belongs. Quick, Fievel." Beryl and Fievel scraped the dirt off of this pitchfork and polished it until it shone. They oiled the wooden handle until it gleamed, and now this pitchfork truly looked splendid. Beryl and Fievel carried it to the synagogue. "Why are you bringing this pitchfork in here?" Bunum Punum Face shouted at Beryl and Fievel. "I just mopped the floor. Take that pitchfork back to the stable where it belongs." "Look again, Bunum," Fievel and Beryl said. "You've never seen a pitchfork like this. It has 9 branches. Count them. One is taller than the rest, and only one object looks like that." Bunum gasped. "A menorah? How did it get to home?" "We found it in the street, and Fievel thinks that God threw it down from heaven," Beryl said. "How else could it have gotten here?" Fievel asked. "That doesn't matter," said Bunum. "What's important now is what we do with it. Right now, we have to get the menorah ready. It will be dark soon, and people will be coming to light the Hanukkah candles." Bunum stuck the hay fork in a bucket of sand so it wouldn't fall over, and since it was the 5th night of Hanukkah, he took 6 thick candles and stuck them on the first 6 tines. The candles on the longer one would serve as the shamas to light the others. When the men of Chelm gathered in the synagogue for their evening prayers, they were a little surprised to see a pitchfork standing in a bucket. "Why is the pitchfork here?" they asked. "Open your eyes," said Buna Shena Punum. "You can tell a menorah. Can't you tell a menorah when you see one?" "We found it in the street. God threw it down from heaven," Fievel and Beryl added. Word of the miraculous menorah spread throughout Chelm like wildfire through dry leaves. People from the surrounding countryside came streaming into town to see it, and among them was a farmer who had been searching all day for what? That's right, his missing pitchfork. "Hey, that's my pitchfork!" he shouted as soon as he saw the menorah, and the people of Chelm were outraged. "Dolt, Moonkaf, since when does a pitchfork shine like silver? Did you ever see a pitchfork with Hanukkah candles?" "It's my pitchfork, I tell you. I broke the handle once. I fixed it with a metal collar and 2 screws, and look, there they are." There were indeed a metal collar and 2 screws holding the wooden handle together. Was the farmer correct? What was this strange object? Here's a picture, and here's that fix that the farmer was talking about. "It's a pitchfork," the farmer insisted. "It's a menorah," Beryl, Fievel, and Bunum replied as firmly. Everyone turned to the rabbi. "Rabbi, what is it?" they asked him. The rabbi was the only person in town wise enough to solve the problem. "I don't know," said the rabbi. "It certainly does look like a hay fork, but it could also be a menorah. We'll need greater wisdom than mine to answer this question. Let's bring the menorah, or the hay fork, to the seer of Lublin." Rabbi Jacob Isaac, that seer, was the holiest man of his time. He was called the seer because he could look into people's souls, solve unsolvable mysteries, and discover hidden meanings. If anyone could determine whether the menorah was really a hay fork or whether the pitchfork was really a menorah, it would be the seer. So early the next morning,
Who's the farmer?
Fievel, oh, they don't see the farmer. These are the three wise men of Chelm. Early the next morning, Fievel, Beryl, Bunam, the rabbi, and the farmer. Oh, actually, maybe there is a farmer there. I'm not sure. They all piled into their wagon and they set out for Lublin. They took the pitchfork menorah with them, and the entire population of Chelm came along too. Fortunately, Lublin was not far away. They arrived before noon and went to see the seer. The seer welcomed the visitors, and after serving cake and wine, he asked how he could help them. Tell us, what is this object? The rabbi asked. What do you think it is? The seer asked him. It's a menorah, cried the people of Chelm. And what did the farmer say?
It's a pitchfork.
The seer stroked his beard. It is not an easy question to answer. The object has 9 branches, 8 are the same height, but one is taller than the others, so it could be a menorah. On the other hand, it does look an awful lot like a pitchfork. There's only one way that I know to solve this problem. Our master, the great rabbi and teacher Isaac Lurie of blessed memory, taught us not to be deceived by an object's outer appearance. We must always look inward to discover its hidden nature. Sparks of holiness can be found in the most common ordinary thing. A blind beggar singing in the marketplace might actually be an angel. An old boot may hold the key to a cosmic riddle. We must constantly search for hidden sparks so we can uncover true holiness. I believe that is what happened in this case. The people of Chelm discovered holy sparks hidden in the hayfork. They lifted them up, and by transforming this pitchfork, they transformed it into a holy object and into a menorah. That's right, said Beryl, Fievel, and Bunam. The seer continued, once holy sparks have been lifted, they cannot be lowered. This object might have been a hayfork in its early existence, but now it is a menorah. It must remain a menorah. It cannot be used as a hayfork again. That would be a sin. This is true, said the rabbi. But what about me? Cried the farmer. I still need a pitchfork. And you will have one, said the seer. He turned to the people of Chelm. This farmer has come in good faith. He needs a pitchfork to do his work. Here is my decision. The people of Chelm may keep their menorah, but they must also pay the farmer 45 zlotys as compensation. What? Cried the people. 45 zlotys for a pitchfork? What are you talking about? Said the farmer. Can't you tell a menorah when you see one? And that is how the famous menorah of the Grand Synagogue of Chelm came to be. Don't be fooled, my friends. True, it may look like a pitchfork, but it has the soul of a menorah. And that is what counts. May your souls shine this Hanukkah.